Hello everybody. I know I said I wasn't going to do any more rambling videos, but here I am again. I'm doing another rambling video. I'm sorry, I'm so lazy. I'm sorry. I know some of you like rambling videos and some of you probably like role plays. I did not a role play, I did a show and tell on my other channel. And I spent like a long time, like at least an hour preparing and thinking about how I was going to present it. And, I even did my nails, so the nails would be pretty. And I got a really good response on that. It's called Pink Show and Tell. And I just show a bunch of pink and white, actually, pink and white show and tell. I'm chewing gum actually, but I don't even know. I'm so lazy I might not even be snapping today. I'm sorry. Anyway, so I did the pink and white show and tell video, and I was very happy with how it turned out, and I got a lot of really good response. And the thing is, that video is so long, it's not allowed on this channel. So I had to leave it on my other channel, which is it's my other channel I've had for several years, and I'm allowed to upload longer videos. So I had to upload to that channel. So if you want to see that one, I'll put a link below here if you haven't seen the pink and white show and tell. And I spent a lot of time on that video, and I got a really good response to that video. So it's sort of like I don't feel I can match up to it because I don't know, but I really do. I did a makeup video at one point where I did my makeup and I uploaded it, and people seem to like that. But in that video, I wasn't talking about G-rated things. And I had decided that for this channel, I want to be extra cautious to only upload G-rated material. So I had uploaded other videos and I took them down because unfortunately some of the topics that I addressed in those videos were not, they weren't X-rated either, but they were, maybe I would say R-rated. Probably not appropriate for, people under a certain age. I touched the issue of addiction and drugs, and, I didn't feel it was G-rated anyway. So that's why the makeup video, I had to take it down because I had addressed an issue about a guy that I had asked me out and who apparently was addicted to something. Anyway, so that's, that's not for younger audiences to discuss about. So now these rambling videos are usually me with insomnia. And I'm not finding, I love role play videos. That's what I love to watch. And I'm not finding any really good ones anymore. I've seen all the good ones, it feels, and I don't see any new good role play videos. So one of my ideas was to do a waitress at a restaurant, but of course I wanted to set it up nice. I wanted to have the table nice and set, and I wanted to have sort of an idea of what I was going to say. I know that role plays don't have to be completely scripted, but you want to have a basic idea. You want to have props. So I have it in my head, this waitress. I want to do a breakfast waitress video, and I would be the waitress and you would be the person eating. And so that's one in my head. The other one is obviously the typical do your makeup, where I want to be a makeup artist and I will do your makeup. And so those are two that I really have such a great idea in my head, and I just have to do it, and then when it gets to the point where I think, oh, I should do it, I think, oh, but I've got to get the table set, and I just lose my inspiration. But I think I just need to, one weekend when I have a few hours, just do it. But I've been bad on this channel, and on my other channel I haven't been doing videos either. I have a pretty good following on my sewing channel, and I need to do, and it's not that hard. I mean, there's simple projects. I just have to do it. And I don't know why So the topic of this rambling video today is going to be inspiration. How to get inspired. No, baloney. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna make it a rambling video doesn't have a topic. A rambling video is just rambling. I'm chewing gum. I don't even want to, I don't even want to film myself. I'll put some pictures of myself that came out kind of okay on a recent trip that I took to Mexico. I went to the Frida Kahlo Museum. I'll put some pictures of myself up there. Just, because I don't know what other kind of picture to put. I don't feel like filming myself looking the way I look right now because I'm tired. And I look horrible when I'm tired. And, I don't feel like doing my makeup. But I feel like talking and I feel like rambling. I just got back from a divorce support meeting. I've been separated for 1.5 years. And I'm still going to divorce support because I'm still traumatized by it. A normal person would be over it by now, and I'm over it. I mean, obviously, I made the right decision to separate and get divorced, but I just have issues that I still need to resolve in my head from the divorce, and stop. I don't know. I'm a mess. I'm sorry, I'm a mess. This isn't going to be a relaxing video. Maybe it will relax you in knowing if your life is a mess, other people's life is a mess too. I mean, it's not a mess. I should be grateful. I should be happy. Happy compared to other people's lives. My life is, it's a life. What can I say? It's not spectacular, but I'm, at least as far as I know, I'm healthy. I'm fortunate. Life is not all, there's a saying, it's not all roses and it's not a bowl of cherries. Oh, I don't know. There's some kind of saying. Okay, life is not perfect, basically is what I'm trying to say. Everybody's life is hard and you sporadically have moments of happiness. That's what I'm in my 40s now. I've come to realize that, when you're young, you've got all this hope for the future and, life, and in the future, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, and life is spectacular, and life is really, it's basically getting through life. That's what life is. You got to get through it, and there are moments of happiness, and, you can find things to get excited about from time to time, but, realistically, you're just getting through life and trying to get through unscathed. I'm not a pessimist. I think I'm just being realistic. I have been told that I'm a pessimist. Pessimist. I know the future holds some happy moments that will come and go. And that's it. I guess I've just come to the realization that it's not all it's cracked up to be. I guess you gotta make it what it's cracked up to be. And to do that, you kind of have to be a bit selfish, frankly. Because you spend all these years trying to make someone happy and assuming that person will return. It's a give and take. That's what marriage is. And maybe you thought you were giving all that a marriage needed, and that person perhaps thought that they were doing, and then you weren't on the same page. That's maybe what many divorces are based on. You're both on different pages. It's not necessarily that either one of you was wrong. And then suddenly you realize, oh my gosh, this person is not who I thought. Or you're just like, oh my God, I can't believe this person is... I don't know. It leaves you with a bad taste in your mouth. My therapy from divorce support was seeing how miserable the other people were. And how my situation was not quite as bad as theirs, it appeared. So that would make me feel better. I don't know if that's what divorce support is supposed to do, but that's how it worked for me. So I'd come home feeling better. So for whatever it's worth, it worked. So, I started feeling better. Time passed. I was getting over the grieving period, all that. And I went back tonight. And same thing, some people are recently divorced, so they're like in the midst of their pain and crying. And I'm sort of like, yeah, I did have it easy compared to them. I mean, my situation it's sad, too bad we had to get divorced, but it's not as bad as them. So to me, happiness is not being as bad off as other people. But I don't know, this euphoria that I used to feel when I was young, it's gone. I don't think I'm ever getting it back. But that's okay. Maybe it's more realistic. Maybe also I won't dive head first into situations like I used to, like with my ex-husband. Just, we're in love, let's dive in and get, it's nice at the time, but I don't know, looking back, maybe it's not worth it. It's not worth having. Well, sure, you had that, few moments of excitement that you had met the man of your dreams, and perhaps he felt the same about me. Or maybe he didn't. I don't know. I want to find a job as a secretary in a big fancy office. I think that would make me happy. I'm temping right now. I'm a temp secretary. But I'm going to start really looking for a full-time job, like a real job with benefits, because Obamacare is coming up in 2014. We have to have our health care, and if you don't have a job, you're going to have to pay for it out of your pocket or go on like welfare or something. So, and I don't think I qualify even for welfare. Well, I guess I would if I don't have a job. I don't know. I've never thought of it before. I don't know how it works. But if I don't have a steady job by then, I think I will by 2014. I'm bound to find something. Steady job with benefits. I haven't worked in a long time because I was a housewife all these years. And I'm temping, so something should come up. I'm a really good secretary. I mean, I was working, maybe you've seen in my previous videos, on the answering phones at home, and that is a good pay, but I just got so depressed. I never left my house. So that's why I started temping, because I would be answering the phones at home. I would be on the internet, when I wasn't working. I'd sleep here. I would never leave home. So it's not really healthy, and I'm not the type of person that goes out and looks for a social life. It's sort of like, if I don't go out to an office to work, I never leave my house. I've always been that way. I was like that before marriage, and I tried, after my divorce, to try to force myself to become social and go out and meet people, and meetup.com on the internet, where you can find groups of people that have similar interests. I did that whole thing, and I'm just like, I'd rather stay home. I don't really. So, I mean, unless I find some nice man that takes me out to dinner sometimes, or. So that's that situation. And I'm telling you, I'm 10 years older now. I mean, I'm not attracting as many men as I used to. And granted, I can still get a first date. That's not hard. I can still get, I'm on that web dating site on the internet. I don't want to say the name, but it's one of the main websites for meeting people. It's, you pay for it. It's not very expensive. And I get a lot of inquiries because I have, of course, I put up nice pictures of myself, and I try to make the pictures realistic so that the guy doesn't get completely disappointed when he meets me in person. And they tell me, yeah, you look like your pictures. So, because from what I hear, some people put up really gorgeous pictures of themselves, but, it might be from 10 years earlier, or maybe they're just a really good picture, and then in real life they're not as good as. So I tried to put a realistic picture of myself, but an attractive picture. And so anyway, so that's good. I get inquiries. You know, I'll get dates. I definitely don't have a problem getting the first date. But after that, that's it. I mean, first date, maybe a second date if I'm lucky. And then either I'm not interested in the guy, or the guy's not interested in me, or, you know, the whole thing. Or he's interested, but he doesn't want a commitment, or... So I'm just like tired of that thing too. I'm probably gonna, I mean, I'm about to expire my membership, and when it expires, I'm not renewing it. I don't know. I'm probably just, you know, whoever I've met by now has my number. If they want to call me, they can call me. I don't feel like meeting new people anymore. There is a guy who's interested in me, who I'm attracted to, but guess what? He's married. But I would probably be able to have a steady relationship with that man as long as I accept my role as the mistress, you know, because he's made it clear he has no intention of leaving his... nothing has happened with this person, and the more I think about it, nothing is going to happen with him, but definitely I am tempted because I'm attracted to him, and he does seem like a guy that's going to call me more than once. I mean, he wants a relationship is what I see. You know, a mistress type of relationship. But, you know, I don't know. There's so many things wrong with that. And on top of that, you know, usually if you're someone's mistress, the guy, I mean, from what I've seen on TV and everything, I've never been a mistress. I don't know how it works, but from what I've seen, like in the soap operas and all, the guy is really rich and he sets you up in a nice apartment and all that. But this guy, he's got no money on top of that. So, you know, yes, I'm attracted to him. Yes, we might have some nice moments, but what am I going to get out of it other than that? So that's one reason. The other reason is obviously, you know, I would be a mistress. I mean, I would be potentially ruining his marriage if his wife ever did find out. And I don't know. Also, I would be second. I wouldn't be his priority. I would be like the side dish. So, I mean, there's a lot of reasons not to do it, so I'm probably not. I'm not going to do it. I already know I'm not going to do it. Although, I'll admit I have fantasized about it, but... Okay, there we go. Forget it. I wanted to do a G rating, and here I go talking about... I don't know, forget it. I guess I can't have a G-rated channel, because I always go into stuff that I'm not supposed to go into. Oh, if I even upload this, I probably shouldn't. You know, and so that's that. So that's not going to happen. So I'm still... Then one guy asked me out 3 times, and he seems like he was interested, but then he went on a trip, then I went on a trip, so we haven't seen each other in like almost 2 months, because he went on a vacation, and then I had to go on a trip more for business, but so we just haven't been able to see each other because we've both been away. So we're both back in town now. He's got family visiting for Christmas time, and then once his family leaves, he emailed me. He said he was going to take me out or something. So, you know, I don't know how I feel about him, but if he does follow through and take me, because I let him know when I was back in town, so, you know, if he does ask me out, that would be the 4th date. So that's already, you know, at least a friendship, maybe nothing more than that, but so there's one potential guy. I did meet him. I met him on that match site. But I don't know. He might just, you know, want to date a little bit and not want to get serious. And I don't know if I want to get serious with him. You know, he seems nice, but I don't know yet, you know, if we're compatible. We've been on a few dates, but we haven't really discussed deep, profound things about ourselves. And so who knows, I might find out has absolutely nothing in common with me or something. But definitely, I'll admit he's attractive. I find him attractive. I think he probably thinks I'm attractive, you know, so, I don't know, we'll see. And then today at divorce support, there was a guy. You're not supposed to date people from divorce support because you're all going there to get over your divorce, and it's probably not a good idea to hook up with someone there who you might end up breaking up with, and then where are you going to go for divorce support after that? So, but he was kind of, I think he was kind of a little bit acting like he was interested in me, because after we finished the discussions, we hang out and talk a little with the people there. And, but I mean, I don't know. He seemed I'm not interested in all, actually. I don't find that one from divorce support, I don't find him attractive at all. But I guess I look pretty good to him. He's like in his 70s. I think he's 70. I was a housewife. And I was happy being a housewife when I felt appreciated. But, you know, then you're not appreciated. That's the only reason you become a housewife, basically, because you don't get paid for it. You do it to feel appreciated because you feel like you're useful to someone. But when the person doesn't seem to appreciate it, you realize, what am I doing this for anymore? You know? So, well, if I wasn't depressed before, I've depressed myself now. Isn't that wonderful?